I can't play the piano with my mouth. That's not what I meant to say. And wrong, my dear girl, since you've been away, don't you know I sit around with my head hanging down, and I wonder who's loving you. Ooh, don't you know I sit around with my head hanging down. Do you think I can stick the whole thing in my mouth at once? Do you think it's gonna be gross if I do? Absolutely. I don't want to admit that that was really easy. Ow, ow. Just popped my hip out. That's okay. Future editing, Shannon, put something in here so I'm not just dancing to the songs that are perpetually going in my head. Because no one else can hear those. Which, there's another thing. If my constant singing annoys you, I'm very sorry. But I don't do it on purpose. And a lot of people think that I do. It's just that I always have songs like stuck in my head, as everybody does, but I feel almost the uncontrollable need to get them out. So I very often forget that I'm even around other people. And that's why I start singing out in public. And then people are like, oh, you always sing. Yeah, I do, because I forget that other people are around. I live almost entirely in my head. Like, even if I'm around people, I'm only giving them about, I'd say, maybe 40% of my attention, which sucks to hear if you're one of my friends, because then you probably think that I don't care about you, which is not at all true. If we're talking about something, like, important, I focus more of my attention, but if I'm just, like, out hanging out with somebody, walking around, like, a mall or something, I am very rarely fully paying attention, because I don't know, the world is constantly changing and there's always going to be new things out there to see, but I very often can't remember them, I guess. That's why if I go to like concerts and stuff, I usually film them because I know that I'm giving it only about 40% of my attention. I'm not going to remember it after that, at least not as well as I would like to. I want to give people more attention because people obviously deserve more attention, and I get the feeling that other people give me more attention than I give them, and that makes me feel awful. For so long I've kind of lived with halfway blocking out everything because my life's not very exciting. So I just learned to be very self-sustaining, I guess. So whenever I don't have to be self-sustaining, I find it very hard to turn that part of me off. Is this considered a tree talk? I feel like it's not. But I also feel like it is. I'll get my tree, then it'll be a tree talk. Still alive with this? Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. Look, I'm in a tree. A very dead tree that I love. On the side of our house, we have ivy that's growing up it. And I love that, to see kind of, I don't know, nature making its way into things. Because I was thinking about this too, like whenever we're driving down the highway, there's all those like wooded areas on the side of it. And I just think, why did they keep those there? Like what's the purpose of them? We're not using them. We're not appreciating them. They're just there. And I just feel like those trees are kind of on the side of the road, like, look what these humans have done. They've torn up this entire pathway that, you know, me and my tree friends used to inhabit. They just uprooted us so that they could get places faster. Why do we do that? That sounded like the most tree hugger thing I've ever said. Why don't we ask the trees before we rip them up? That's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm all for bettering places and making things easier, whatever. But I don't know. Just really like trees. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Ooh, those noises were probably gross, but I just ate like a big lump of like cold cheese. Sorry. That was probably absolutely disgusting. I saw this thing where this guy is selling like broth as a drink, and honestly, sounds like a pretty bomb idea. I would buy broth from him. Otis is still alive, which is cool. He hasn't died yet, which I'm thankful for. He's really old. I think he's 15. Wow. He's 15. And the people that had him before were gonna put him down, and he was only like 12. That's so sad. I'm glad that we took him in. Can't believe it. He's so old. He's hurting a lot. His joints. It's sad. Because I've never lost a dog, right? I've lost, well, Aero ran away. That was my salamander. That story's for another time though. But yeah, he ran away basically. And then we had to let Swimmy go. And then we had the cannibalistic goldfish where the biggest one ate all the other ones and then exploded. Then we had that duck egg that also exploded right as it was hatching. So that was cool. One of its legs was attached up by its head. So like even if it hadn't exploded and died in the explosion, it wouldn't have lived very long. But we thought that Otis was gonna die a couple months back actually, because he had a stroke and he was just like not doing well. And we brought him home and he's done fine. And now he's kind of just, I don't know, deteriorating, I guess. He's really itchy, which is really cute. And his scream is really funny, which I've only heard it once, but it was hilarious. He flopped over like this. Oh! And his scream, it was an old man scream. It's not a sound I've ever heard a dog make before or after I heard him make it. But it was like, I don't even think I can properly recreate it. But it was like a, "Mah!" yeah, more like that. "Mah!" And it was so funny. At this point, if you're still watching this, why? That's the only question I have for you is why? This is not interesting, and it's not going to get any more interesting as time goes on. Which means I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. You probably had a substantially less fun time watching this than I did making it. But if you did like it, there's a little button to express that. You can use it. I mean, you don't have to. It's kind of a complicated process. You have to just click it. It's not that complicated, actually. Okay, bye!